Hey, it's D. Scott Lofthouse of Lofty Enterprises and dscottlofthouse.com in Anchorage, Alaska. So I'm here in Phuket, Thailand. It's day one of the Asset Protection Summit. So we did 3 days of the Leverage Summit, 3 days of the Titanium Mastermind, and now I've got 3 days of the Asset Protection Summit. And the Asset Protection Summit was really interesting. Day one has just been fascinating. So our MC and organizer of this is Simon, I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right, Fagence. It's F-A-G-E-N-C-E. And basically, Simon went in and he defined what asset protection is all about. And one of the things that we have to be really careful about with asset protection is we need to make sure that we look at it as tax mitigation, not tax evasion. So tax avoidance, tax mitigation. And he talked about the business life cycle. And so you start your business, you have all this enthusiasm, you start doing a review at some point in your business life to look at the risk versus the efficiency and profitability, depending on how quickly your business grows and how quickly your profits grow. You may need to restructure the business. And then the last step is what they call the wind down or the succession. And so one interesting thing about MOBE is an asset that you can give to your children as an inheritance. So you move on, it is an asset that can continue to grow and continue to work for your family in perpetuity. It's just a matter of how you structure it. So on day one, our second speaker in the morning was Roger Salaam. I'm a big admirer of Roger. I've heard him speak several times now, and his philosophy is asset protection through real estate investment. And I thought this was really interesting. He said basically the ultimate asset protection is having nothing to protect. And so then you talk about how to structure with trusts and corporations and things like that, and to put your assets, your money into real estate. And real estate, of course, is one of the best investments that you can make, because over the long term, it's had the best growth, the best reliability, the best stability. Even though we had the crash in 2008, overall, it has performed better than the stock market itself. And so, and real estate is a tangible asset rather than stocks and bonds being intangible. And so that was really important. I really enjoyed Roger's talk, and one of the things that Roger is all about is the philosophy of being able to help others achieve financial freedom. And so he has a program called the Winner's Circle, and the Winner's Circle mission is achieve financial freedom, lead a purpose-driven life, and live a fulfilling and happy life. And he says financial freedom is key to that, because when you don't have to worry about where the money is coming from, when you have the money to be able to do what you want, when you want, where you want, and with whom you want, that is pure freedom, and that is a happy lifestyle. And so Roger's all about helping people to achieve that. So in the afternoon, Simon came on and talked to us again, and this time he talked to us about structure, how to structure our business. And this is where we got into the C Corps, the sole proprietorship, the LLCs and things like that. And I think he's going to go into more information on that over the coming 2 days. But it was really interesting because I started my business and I formed an LLC, a limited liability corporation in the state of Alaska. And after listening to Simon, that may not be the best structure to have. I may need to do some actual corporations and look at restructuring using trusts and foreign corporations as well as stateside corporations. It just depends on what my goal is with this business. And if I truly want to get my kids and my grandkids involved in this, I'm going to have to probably restructure. And I just started recently. And then our last speaker was David Harden. David Harden is part of BW Capital. And his presentation was basically on risk and how people how the markets and how investors or investment managers determine risk of a stock or a property. And it was really quite fascinating even though it was a lot of math. I mean, he had a lot of slides with a lot of math and formulas. The basic premise of it was, how do you determine risk? And then he's going to be talking later with how to mitigate the risk of any kind of investment. So that's what we've learned on day one, and I hope that you're going to be able to keep coming back and learning more from me. Appreciate you watching my videos and allowing me to come into your home via the internet. And so here I am in sunny Phuket. I was talking to my wife, and it's 8 below zero in Anchorage, Alaska, and I'm over here and it's in the 80s. And so I go home next week, I'm going to have probably close to a 90 to 100 degree temperature change I'm going to have to deal with. So that's going to be a shock to the system. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. I hope you've learned something. I hope you'll continue to come back and learn things from the videos and the postings that I do. If you're interested in subscribing, look for the subscribe button. And if you're interested in coming and working with me and changing your lifestyle, changing your life, changing your financial status, then look for the link and apply to come and work for me. There's a little application form that you need to fill out, and then I will be giving you a call, and we will discuss if this business is the fit for you, and if this business can help you achieve time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, the freedom to live your life on your own terms. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.